The classic beef burger. This is the burger that started it all. A ground beef patty, cooked on a flat-top grill or open flame, placed between two soft bun halves, and dressed with whatever toppings the cook or diner prefers. Its roots trace back to late 19th century America, with several cities claiming to have invented it, though it became a staple of American fast food culture through the 20th century. What makes it the baseline is its simplicity: seasoned beef, a little char, and a bun. Every other burger version is, in some way, a response to this one. The cheeseburger. It sounds like a small change, but adding a slice of melted cheese to a beef patty transformed the burger into something entirely different in the minds of people who eat them. The cheeseburger became so popular so quickly after its appearance in the 1920s and 30s that it now outsells the plain beef burger in most fast food chains. American cheese became the default because it melts cleanly and evenly, though cheddar, Swiss, pepperjack have all carved out loyal followings. The cheeseburger is often what people picture when they hear the word burger at all. The double and triple burger. Some burgers are defined not by what goes into the patty, but by how many patties are stacked together. The double burger alta patties, often with 2 slices of cheese, became iconic through chains like McDonald's with its Big Mac and Wendy's with its double stack. The idea is straightforward: more beef means a heartier, more filling meal. Triple burgers push that further, though they tend to stay niche because of their sheer size. These stacked versions became symbols of indulgence and, over time, a kind of competitive benchmark between fast food brands. The smash burger. This style takes a ball of ground beef and presses it flat against a screaming hot cast iron or griddle surface, creating a wide thin patty with deeply caramelized, crispy edges. The smash burger gained serious mainstream attention in the 2010s, though the technique itself is older. What makes it different from a regular beef burger is texture. The hard sear on the edges creates a contrast with the soft center that a thicker patty simply cannot replicate. American cheese melted directly onto the hot patty before it even leaves the griddle became the signature finishing touch. Smash burger shops spread rapidly across cities as a kind of premium fast casual movement. The Veggie Burger. Long before plant-based meat alternatives existed, there were veggie burgers made from beans, lentils, mushrooms, grains, or a mix of vegetables pressed into a patty shape. These burgers came out of health food culture in the 1970s and 80s and were originally aimed at vegetarians who wanted something to put on a bun. They vary enormously in texture and flavor depending on what they are made from, and for years they were dismissed by meat eaters as a poor substitute. Over time, better recipes emerged, and the veggie burger earned its own identity rather than being seen purely as an imitation. The plant-based burger. This is a separate category from the veggie burger, even though both are meat-free. Plant-based burgers, most famously from brands like Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat, are specifically engineered to look, cook, and taste like ground beef. They use ingredients like soy protein, pea protein, coconut oil, and in the case of Impossible, a molecule called heme derived from soy that mimics the bloody and savory quality of real meat. These burgers arrived in a serious way around 2016 and 2019 and were initially placed on menus at Burger King and other chains as a direct challenge to beef. They are aimed less at longtime vegetarians and more at meat eaters curious about reducing their consumption. The turkey burger. Ground turkey became a popular alternative to beef in the 1980s and 90s, largely driven by concerns about fat and cholesterol. A turkey burger is leaner than a beef patty, which sounds like an advantage, but creates a real challenge in cooking. Without fat, the patty dries out quickly on the grill. To compensate, cooks often mix in olive oil, shredded vegetables, or cheese to add moisture. Turkey burgers never overtook beef in popularity, but they found a steady place on restaurant menus and in home kitchens as a lighter option that still delivers a familiar burger experience. The lamb burger. Ground lamb brings a richer, slightly gamey flavor to a burger that sets it apart from beef in a noticeable way. Lamb burgers are more common in Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cooking traditions, where lamb is a primary protein, and they started appearing more widely on American and European menus as interest in global flavors grew. They are often paired with toppings that complement lamb's natural earthiness, things like feta cheese, tzatziki, roasted red peppers, or fresh mint. The lamb burger occupies a premium space on most menus because of the higher cost of the meat. The salmon burger. A salmon burger replaces the meat patty entirely with ground or chunked salmon formed into a patty and pan-seared or grilled. It became popular in coastal cities and health-conscious restaurant markets as a way to offer something lighter and higher in omega-3 south than a beef option. Unlike fish sandwiches, which use a flat fillet, a salmon burger uses formed fish in the same structural role as a ground meat patty. The flavor is distinctly oceanic, and it tends to be paired with fresh, bright toppings like avocado, cucumber, or lemon aioli rather than the heavier condiments that go with beef. The black bean burger. Among veggie burgers, the black bean version became one of the most recognized and widely served. It uses cooked black beans as its base, combined with binding ingredients like egg, flaxseed, spices, and sometimes corn or peppers for texture. The black bean burger became a menu staple at casual dining chains in the United States during the 2000s and 2010s, offering something that worked as a vegetarian main rather than just a side. It has a dense, earthy flavor and holds together better than many other bean-based patties when handled carefully during cooking. The Oklahoma Onion Burger. This regional American style was born in Depression-era Oklahoma, where meat was expensive, and cooked stretched beef by smashing thinly sliced onions directly into the patty as it cooked on the griddle. The onions caramelize into the beef, becoming soft and sweet, and inseparable from the meat itself. The Oklahoma Onion Burger never disappeared from its home state. It remained a diner staple, but it found a wider national audience in the 2010s and 2020s as food media began documenting regional American burger traditions more seriously. Menus as far away as New York and London started offering versions of it. The Steakhouse Burger. This style refers to a thick, high-quality beef patty, often using a blend of premium cuts like short rib, brisket, or dry-aged beef, served at sit-down restaurants rather than fast food counters. The Steakhouse Burger is cooked to temperature, often medium or medium rare, and served on a brioche or potato roll with toppings that lean upscale, caramelized onions, truffle aioli, aged cheddar, or arugula. It represents the premium end of burger culture, where the quality of the beef itself is the selling point rather than the convenience or the price. These burgers played a major role in changing how people thought about what a burger could be. The slider. A slider is a miniature burger, typically made with a very small patty, about 2 inches across and served on a soft, square dinner roll. The name and format were made famous by White Castle, the American fast food chain founded in 1921, which sold small steamed beef burgers for a low price. Sliders later became popular as party food and bar snacks, often served in groups of 3 or 4. Beyond White Castle's original, sliders evolved into a format that chefs adapted with different proteins and toppings, treating the small size as an opportunity for bold flavors in a single bite or 2-bite format. The Fried Chicken Burger. This burger replaces the beef patty with a piece of fried chicken, usually a boneless thigh or breast, breaded and deep-fried, placed on a bun with standard or specialty toppings. It became mainstream through fast food chains like Chick-fil-A in the United States and gained global popularity through chains like KFC and Popeyes, whose 2019 chicken sandwich launch created a genuinely viral cultural moment. The Fried Chicken Burger appeals to people who want the handheld format of a burger with the flavor profile of fried chicken, and it now exists as a recognized category completely separate from beef. The Korean Fried Chicken Burger. This version takes the fried chicken burger concept and applies the flavors of Korean fried chicken. Double fried for an exceptionally crispy exterior, coated in a sticky, spicy sweet gochujang-based glaze, and topped with pickled vegetables and a creamy sauce. It became a fixture of Korean-American fusion restaurants and food trucks in the 2010s and spread globally through social media attention. The appeal is partly about flavor, the combination of heat, sweetness, and crunch, and partly about texture, since the double frying method produces a coating that stays crispy longer than standard fried chicken. The Birria Burger. Birria is a slow-cooked Mexican meat stew traditionally made with goat or beef, braised in a rich chili and spice broth until it falls apart. The Birria taco became a major food trend starting around 2019, and the Birria Burger followed as an adaptation. The patty is either braised birria meat pressed and seared, or a beef smash patty dipped in the consomme before being placed on a bun that is also dipped and griddled, creating a deeply savory, slightly crispy exterior. The consomme is served alongside for dipping, carrying the taco experience into burger format. It spread rapidly through food trucks and street food-style restaurants in the United States and beyond. The Wagyu Burger. Wagyu refers to specific Japanese cattle breeds known for producing beef with extraordinary fat marbling, which results in a uniquely rich, buttery texture and flavor. A Wagyu burger uses ground Wagyu beef, or a blend of Wagyu and regular beef, to create a patty that is more tender and flavorful than standard ground beef. These burgers appear at upscale burger restaurants and steakhouses and carry a premium price because of the cost of the cattle. Full Japanese Wagyu is extremely expensive, so many Wagyu burgers use American-raised Wagyu cattle, which are less intensely marbled but still significantly higher quality than conventional beef. The Hawaiian Burger. The Hawaiian Burger is defined by the addition of a grilled pineapple ring as a primary topping, which brings sweetness and acidity to the savory beef patty underneath. It typically also includes teriyaki sauce, sometimes a slice of ham or Canadian bacon, and is served on a standard bun. The combination of sweet fruit and savory meat divides opinions sharply, making it one of the more debated burger styles in terms of personal preference. It has been a menu item at chains like McDonald's in certain countries and at casual dining restaurants, and it carries a persistent cultural presence as the burger that people either love or refuse entirely. The Impossible Whopper. This is worth naming separately from the broader plant-based burger category because it represented a turning point in fast food. When Burger King launched the Impossible Whopper in 2019, using an Impossible Foods patty in place of the standard beef patty in its flagship sandwich, it was the first time a major global fast food chain had rolled out a plant-based product at that scale. It brought plant-based eating to a consumer base that had never previously considered it, and it shifted how the food industry thought about alternative proteins as a mainstream product rather than a niche one. The sandwich itself was designed to be nearly indistinguishable from the beef version to someone eating it without context.